This is the Benefactor LM87, one of the fastest and best handling cars in all of Grand Theft Auto Online. Personally, I think it looks absolutely amazing, and this week, you can get it at a 40% discount. So I'll be going over all the customization, and we'll be testing it out on the track to see just how fast it is. To get your hands on this vehicle, you're going to make your way over to Legendary Motorsport, two-door, and I usually just sort by price, but if you didn't know, when Rockstar actually decreases the price, it also decreases the spot that it's listed in the website. So as we can see, it is normally $2.9 million, making this one of the most expensive supercars in all of GTA. But this week you can get it for $900,000 slashed off at $2,040,000. I would highly recommend, if you don't own the car, to pick it up, and I'll be showcasing to you why that is the case. So we're going to be heading over to Los Santos Customs. We are flying in the air. Can we land it? That is the question. Well, I think we're going to land it, but are we going to land on someone? You know what? That was actually a perfect landing. Imagine someone in real life just jumps off like a 50-story building and then just perfectly plops on the ground. No damage to the car. They drive away. That would be literally the dumbest thing ever known to exist, but good thing this is a game. So we are going to roll around the corner and crash. Good thing the car's not upgraded. Alright, so let's head over to Los Santos Customs so we can take a look at the customization this vehicle has going for it. Now, a nice thing is that this is a fairly new vehicle, so it does have a decent chunk of customization. Alright, let's see. As usual, we're going to start off with the armor. We've got our brakes and our engine tunes, all the classic stuff. Then we got some exhaust. Okay, I actually like the exhaust on this vehicle because you can easily see it on the side. I actually really like this carbon exhaust. I think it looks fantastic because it's got like this red hint going around it. And all the other exhausts are the classic titanium and, you know, what you'd expect. But I actually really like that red exit on the exhaust. I think that looks fantastic. We're not going to put explosives on this vehicle. Not today. We got some intercoolers that you can do. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Nobody's ever going to see that unless the hood gets knocked off. But we do have some hood designs. We got the classic stock hood. I think this one looks pretty nice. Then we got a clean street hood, clean competition hood, NACA vented arches. We got a NACA competition. I actually kind of think this one looks really cool. Then we got a bridged street hood, and we finish off with the bridged competition hood. Personally, not a big fan of the bridged competition hood. I really do like that street hood, though. This car has a lot of really solid options. I'm going to go, obviously, for the vented. I'm actually going to do the NACA vented arches. I think that one looks the cleanest out of the bunch. Yeah, I really like that one, so that's what we're going to stick with. We got xenon lights, as usual, and we got some liveries. Now, we got racing numbers. This is actually a pretty nice livery. We got a racing stripe, just a black stripe down the center. Lone Bank. Then we got the Mine Mock. This one actually looks epic. Ooh, I might do that one. We got hard stand, pretty solid. We can see there's a white stripe that goes down the center if you look hard enough. Then an atomic. This one's got more white all over it. Ooh, the Fukaru looks amazing. We got zero gas, redwood cigarettes, debonair. You know what? I'm definitely going with this one. It looks absolutely fantastic, and yeah, that's going to be epic to mess around with the paint job of the vehicle. Well, we're going to do some carbon mirrors. We do have mud guards, which is pretty cool. They're not mud guards that you'd expect. They're not like, you know, big old rubber flaps. These are little mud guards on the side. We are, you know what, actually not going to put them on. It blocks the livery, so I'm just not going to bother with them. We can do a black license plate because that'll match with the back design, and I'm going to mess around with the colors really quick. For the primary color, I've decided to go for a Harbor Blue. I think that this looks absolutely fantastic. It's almost like a silver pairing with the already super epic livery on the vehicle. So I actually think this looks really solid. We got some sun strips. We're going to do power metal. Doesn't really matter on the sun strip design. And then we got some side skirts, which are pretty cool. Ooh, a lot of different designs. So we can do a long vent with exit, or we can do kind of a deep vent. I actually really like the stock one. I think that looks really cool how it kind of digs in. So we're going to stick with the stock one. We got some splitters on the front. So we got the basic one. Honestly, the splitters don't really change the overall look that much. We got the stock. I'm just going to go for the double because I think that looks better. Ooh, that one's pretty cool. But I really like that one with the 2. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite out of the bunch. I'm not going to do chrome because that's the color I had. We're going to do a bolt-on black one. That one actually matches the livery very well. All right, we got a spoiler option here. Now, you always want to upgrade your spoiler because it will make your handling just that little bit better. So we can do a stock spoiler, or we can go all the way to a carbon competition spoiler. I'm personally thinking I'm going to go with the primary competition spoiler. That looks really nice. I like the overall design of it. Let's see, any other designs I like? Oh, you know what? That one's pretty cool, but I think I have that on my other car, so we're not going to do that today. Yeah, I really, really like this thing. That is the largest wing I've ever seen. Holy crap, that's just massive. We're going to lower the suspension. We're going to upgrade the transmission. We're going to give it turbo. And wheels, I'm going to leave the wheels because I obviously think that these look absolutely epic as it is. We're just going to tint the windows. And there you have it. We have fully customized this vehicle. I think it looks great. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. I think the best part is that the suspension's so low that we literally just saw us scrape the ground when we left the shop. But yeah, this livery looks fantastic, and I just absolutely love the look of the LM87. So we're going to go see just exactly what this car can do. We can see my 2 personal LM87s in front of you. We got obviously the one we just customized, and then this here is the other one that I've had sitting in my garage for probably about a year now. I actually think that this looks fantastic as well. There's so many different options and customizations you can do with this vehicle, and sure, while it doesn't have too much in terms of the actual cosmetic changes, like, you know, the bumper here is pretty similar to the bumper here, what I do think is very cool is the liveries. Rockstar did a great job on the livery designs, and you can really make the car look just about however you want. So yeah, not too bad at all. I'm a big fan of the LM87. So when it comes to top speed and performance, this is one of the fastest supers in the game. It has a top speed of 128.5, which ranks it within the top 10. Even if you play a next generation console with HSW vehicles, this will still give them a run for their money. Not only that, but it has also the 6th best lap time out of every supercar in Grand Theft Auto Online. So again, this is no slouch. It is an incredibly fast vehicle. It has much better handling than a vehicle like the Emirates, but on the downside, it's a little bit loose on the grip, especially if you're not at full speed. So we're going to go head over to the test track, and let's see just how good of a lap time it can set. As usual, we are going to perform the same lap as always. We are going to go straight over to the Biker Gang, which is a pretty self-explanatory lap. There's some people that tell me I should do it without cars on the road. The major reason why I have cars on the road right now and I don't actually set up a proper race is just because of the fact that I feel like it makes the experience more like you're actually driving in a GTA public session. Whenever you see people set these perfect lap times, there's no cars on the road, but nobody's ever doing races. They're driving on the streets. So we're ready. 3, 2, 1. Full speed ahead. We got the stopwatch started. Hopefully we get this lap done within my first couple attempts because my phone is at 3% battery, which is obviously not very good. In fact, now it's at 2% battery. So I'm hoping that my phone doesn't die while we are doing this lap. Alright, full speed, nice. Hopefully that car doesn't turn into us. It did, but we were able to save it. Alright, let's hug the corner tight here. You will always have to be careful, especially when going on grass with a vehicle like this. It is rear-wheel drive, and it is prone to spinning out, but pretty solid start so far. You can see the handling just being an absolute chad on this vehicle. There we go, hugging. Alright, this is going really well so far. Now this part here, I'm always a little nervous because vehicles just roll around the corner. And sometimes there's a lot more cars on this route than others. So I always try to go medium speed instead of full speed here. But now that we're through the major corners, we're going to full gas it all the way to the end. Here we go. Alright, let's see. We are 1 minute on the clock right now, which is pretty solid if I'm not mistaken. There you go, no problems, and now we are already on the downhill section. Just a great example of this vehicle's insane handling. No problems whatsoever rolling through these corners. Here we go, put on the brakes a little bit. Nice. Easy, easy, easy. Hopefully that car doesn't turn into us. It actually would have, but we were able to get around the corner before it did. Alright, let's not crash into that vehicle. Keep going, keep going. Slow down a teeny bit. Oof, almost into that guardrail. But we're all good. You can definitely see the vehicle will lose grip if you're going below a certain speed. But thankfully, because this car's handling is so good, you usually don't dip below that speed. Alright, I don't know how long we have to go. For some reason, my waypoint is no longer here, which kind of sucks. But that's fine. We're at 1 minute 50 seconds on the clock so far, and we are near the final area. So at this point, we just need to go full speed ahead. As I said, this car is a very, very solid top speed, although we don't have a digital speedometer, so we can't actually see how fast we're going. Should be about 130-ish miles per hour. So let's roll around this corner here. Nice. We're at 2 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock right now, and keep going, keep going. Done. 2 minutes, 17 seconds. That is incredibly fast. And I just want to point out that this was my second attempt at lap time. I mean, that is actually incredible. Shows just how good the LM87 is. Personally, I would highly recommend, as I said at the beginning of this video, if you don't own the car, to pick it up. It is insanely fast, it has incredible handling, and yeah, I know, there's people out there, why get cars when the Oppressor Mark II exists? Because it's fun to drive vehicles. Yes, I know that top speed and performance aren't always the most important, but it's still fun to drive a car and get a mission done at the same time. So I would definitely recommend to pick up the LM87. It is an incredible car, as you saw here, and I think with that lap time, it's like the second fastest car we've tested on the track so far, apart from an open wheel vehicle, so that's pretty insane. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.